his streams, and so he's putting out videos of his streams. So anyone who watches him after a while, they're like, oh, here's a segment where he talked about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm going to watch that, as opposed to watching the entire stream from start to finish.
It does seem like he's using his wife as a scapegoat.
He did use, I'm reading that. He's blaming her for time.
How is his during those live streams? How is his super chat activity? Does he do okay?
Oh yeah,
that's the only comments that he responds to are super chats.
That's his bread and butter.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's making money.
Hey, Crazy Joe, you're feeling what Campea is throwing down though. You're get a different opinion.
A different opinion than John Campea. I agree with him. I would do the same. I'm very sad that he's doing this because
I'm taking his place, mother effers. I'm gonna start doing this after work.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna fill his slot.
I'm telling you, that's the best.
Yeah, but
time slot.
You can't fill his slot after work,
motherfucker. I will massacre.
Oh, we're
you can't fill his slot after work though. I mean, he's in the middle of the day. He puts this doesn't work for me. I'm not going to be able to enjoy his show anymore. And I think he does the best movie show there is on the internet.
You're on MME. Don't you hear what you're saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, we should strive to be as good as he is. I mean,
God, I would never try to go that cruel.
Are we? I mean, I don't know. I'm not as good as him.
We have more opinions than he does.
I feel like when I'm in my zone, I'm better than anyone out there.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's the right attitude.
I have yet to see anyone as good as Campea. Even Robert Meyer Burnett. I like Robert Meyer Burnett, and he's not nearly as good as Campea when he's on his own.
You're talking about it being an entertaining person to listen to? Because Robert Meyer Burnett has 10 times the amount of good information than John Campea could ever have. Yeah, I could listen to anything that dude says, and I know that he's telling me the truth.
But his show's not as good.
It doesn't. See, okay, he doesn't. That's what he doesn't. You're more in showmanship than you are about the actual facts and information.
Yeah, no, it's got to be presented the right way, and nobody does it better than Campea. He's found the perfect format. It's all about the movies. He doesn't. There's no bullshit.
Cameras and lighting.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well,
you're talking about aesthetics. See, you're talking about aesthetics. I'm talking about presentation.
He's in the algorithm. Like all that time that Robert Meyer was helping out his channel, that's another thing. Unless you grow your channel off hate clicks, you have to be kind of ingrained in the YouTube search, and can't be just
Yeah, he is, but you can't take away from the fact you can't be a successful YouTuber as successful as he is without having some appeal and charisma.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, he certainly has that.
Yeah.
I personally don't care for his stuff that much, but I get it. People like him, like Joe. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I have a huge announcement myself. I'm going to fill his slot.
Go for it
during the day.
I want you to go to the next Star Wars celebration and complain for not getting a VIP pass or whatever he did that one time.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 streams a day. I'm picking up the slack while he's slacking off.
So this is breaking news.
Yeah, I'm going to try. Reyes says, I personally enjoy watching RMB more. His cadence of speech and ability to carry a monologue is very nice. ASMR. Whoa. Okay. Just my 2 cents. All right. So
it's soothing.
I think John Campea will flip flop in a few months. And he'll be back with the live show.
I mean, is he totally like folding up shop, or I mean, what's going on?
No, he's reeling it in.
He's switching it to an audio podcast, which doesn't
but
work for me.
But he's still filming it and making clip outs. He's just not showing you.
No, he's not doing that anymore. That's what he announced today. He's stopped.
He's basically doing it, but he's making the same amount of content. He's just self-contained videos, and it's all together for the podcast. But he's visually.
No, he's not. No, that's what he said today. He's not doing that anymore. It's audio only. He's not doing those clips. I mean, he said he's going to put the audio podcast up on YouTube if you want to go to YouTube and listen to his audio podcast. But even then, he's not going to put that out till he's done recording. So you're not going to be able to hear that until like 4 p.m, which doesn't work for my schedule.
He's experimenting with. I think another thing this is a typical I think what he's doing is the typical YouTuber thing.
It's the master of none.
No. Like
retirement ceremony.
There's a big YouTuber, video game YouTuber, Review Tech USA. So when he wanted to build out another channel, he said, "Oh, I'm not going to be doing as much as here. You're really going to need to check me out here." So you build up that too, and then later on, when its growth increases, when you get massive growth, then you say, "Okay, we're going to go back to everything."
You get what?
So you kind of force the people to go to you and subscribe to you for Podio, and then you're going to come back anyway. And I think that's what he's doing here. The typical YouTuber thing. If you really want the full experience or like a stream type thing, which you're going to hear me on audio on these other platforms, you push your people to go there. And then when that becomes successful, you come back. And I think that's what he's doing. I'm telling you now, he's doing the typical big YouTuber thing. You got to check me on my other channel. My other channel's for streaming. I'm going to do less video content. And then eventually they come back anyway. It's just to get a big.
He's gonna come right back. Yeah,
it's a big surge to go sub to his podcast on other platforms, and then after the writer's strike, he'll be back, filling slots with massive growth. Yes,
I think he's just tired.
I mean, I'm not blaming him either. It's gonna work. You're gonna get people. Well, I want to listen to John Campea. I'm gonna go sub to him on his other platforms for Podio. Massive growth. Yes, exactly. Axel wants on. I don't know. It's up to you, Nicotina. Should I let Axel on? Oh, you don't care.
Yeah, go for it.
What about you, Ryan?
It's your channel.
Yeah, this is your channel. We can only block him on certain channels.
Yeah. I only had him blocked on my channel for so long before he found a way around that.
So what do you think of that, Voltaire? What do you think of my theory there? That's something that big social media influencers do. They are very dramatic and act like they're going to be so many changes. Go support me on this other platform to get that massive growth to that platform, and then they come back.
He's going to come right back. I mean, he really.
I think you're right. Well, your theory makes sense because.
And then after the writer's
strike, kind of attention whore.
Yes,
and he does know how to play the algorithm too.
If he comes back, if he comes back, I think it's the Tarantino effect. You know, Tarantino says he's only doing 10 movies. I believe Tarantino means it. I think he means he's only making 10 movies, but then he's going to get bored and he's going to come back.
And then after, he'll say, "I'm coming back because of all of you fans demanding more." He'll act like it's because of fans demand. I'm telling you.
Why. I prefer Bryce quit YouTube.
Axel, what was that?
I prefer if Grace Randolph would quit YouTube.
No, I don't want anyone to quit. No quitters.
We need somebody to fun of.
Yeah, Max relies on her too much. He can't.
What?
Plus, you do have a massive crush on her. So.
No, not a massive. No, just like.
No, it's the same thing. I mean, look, during the pandemic, right? The guy was, you're talking about, 14 hours a day. Look, during the pandemic, when there was nothing to talk about, that guy was live every day. So, I mean, yeah, he was probably busting his ass then, like, holy shit, I got to find something to talk about.
He did take some time off there. He did take some time off there.
Piggybacking off every word.
But then here's the thing though, is that, then he had the big Robert Pattinson moment where, he had his his Pattinson rant that then took off, right? And I was like, oh, cool. Excellent, right? So now he's going to do this. And this will drum up some interest.
He'll do the same thing when they announce the new Superman, actor or whatever that for James Gunn. He'll do the same thing. He'll be polarizing because that's what they try. That's their MO.
I can guarantee you that come San Diego Comic-Con, he'll be back because they'll say, well, there's too much to cover here. I had to go back onto YouTube so I can show you guys everything that I'm checking out or whatever. And then he'll just keep going from there.
But he still does his open
He's not
mic,
leaving YouTube. Yeah, he's not leaving YouTube.
It's just very dramatic. I think he's doing almost the same amount of content. He's just forcing his hardcore viewers to go to support him on another platform.
Sure.
And then he'll be back once the writer's strike is done. There's more to talk about.
Yeah.
And that's my prediction.
Well, and that's the thing is that now, if you have that big of a platform, you can't really just be fucking around when you get on the on your stream, right? So, he spends all these hours every day, scraping the bottom of the barrel to get every little bit of content that he thinks, will be good and to make up his show, because he goes in the morning. So it's not like he goes in the afternoon when, shit's already happened. He goes in the morning. So he has to have everything ready bright and early when everything starts. So it's like,
Degrassi says there isn't going to be anything to cover at San Diego Comic-Con.
I bet.
All H is going to be a ghost town. Cancellations have already begun.
James Gunn's going to cancel all of DC.
Cancellations for why?
Because of the writer's strike.
Yeah, but the writer's strike wouldn't have anything to do with Comic-Con.
How
they
wouldn't
they don't have to script those panels.
Actors are going on strike. Actors are going on strike this next month, and then the directors are going the next month after that. So,
is that real?
Well, they got it worked out.
Okay, thanks, Claudia.
Well, they've already talked about earlier in one of the topics that I wasn't even here for.
Yeah,
at least they were trying to.
No, it's very unique that they're
SAG-AFTRA's already on it, that's the actors. And then
I don't know that actors going on strike means they can't appear at cons, though. I think that just means they can't.
You got a haircut?
What's up?
I don't know.
Why are you blowing me up?
Promotion for the studio would seem to be crossing the picket line, wouldn't it?
That's my studio. See it?
Oh, that's
I stream in a tore up pool house.
You sound like Jeremy.
That's why I was getting at.
I know. Well, I hope there's something to announce. I think that they might hold off with some announcement if they don't have the writers and everyone ready to go. I think they're going to announce the Fantastic Forecast.
Yeah.
What do you think the Fantastic Forecast is going to be?
Margot Robbie is Invisible Woman. Adam Driver.
Breaking news.
Who did that? CJ just played with the buttons.
It's breaking news, though. Okay, go ahead. You were saying.
No, I mean, that's not break. That's what the rumors have been. I think that's a good choice.
We do talk about rumors, speculate.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I like it. I just know what it is. Like, I don't lose my mind either way. I don't think everything's going to happen, but I don't I don't assume everyone's wrong either. James Gunn has a big head.
What?
Yes, he's very confident. Yeah. He thinks a lot.
Some people have small heads, it's the way it works.
Yeah.
It's the way it works.
It's the way of the world. No, I mean,
he's got a huge head.
Like I said, like when Comic-Con comes around, then he'll probably go back to YouTube because you got to have video content for that.
You do.
How are you going to cover that on a podcast? You can't. So yeah, he'll go back onto there, and then that's probably when he'll start to slowly just start going back to what he was doing, and who knows. But like I said, his wife is probably getting pissed. And look, in his little letter, he's like, "Oh, my wife